Hey guys, how's it going? It's Target here. Welcome back to another episode of the Edmonton Oilers Be a GM. When I left you guys off, we were taking a look at the free agents, and remember who came available? Hold on. All these goalies. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4 Yellow Star goalies, and they're overall 77, 74, and 2 more 77s. You've also got this 4 Red Star goalie who's 65 overall. You got a couple 3.5 star goalies that are 77 overall as well. Like the goaltender depth here's a 78 overall. Hellberg, he's pretty much maxed out. But look at the depth here, guys. It's insane how many goalies came available. I want at least 3, maybe even 4 of these guys if we can get them. So what we need to do first is trade away some goalies. All right. So let's go to GM options. And we need to go to trade negotiations, and we need to trade away our goalies. Now, the only reason I do this is because our goalies aren't as good. It's just the nature of it. It is what it is. All right, so let's take a look at our goaltenders. Goalies, all right? So we'll go by overall. So Bobkov, Makarov, and Brossoit are the 3 that are going to go for sure. Well, they're the only 3 that are signed that we can get rid of. So let's throw Bobkov in there. Let's see who wants him. Remember, we picked him up in that trade. Nobody might want... There may be nobody... Oh, there you go, New York. Now, can we get a pick for Bobkov, possibly? Yeah, we might be able to get a 4th from them. Let's see what that looks like in terms of trade value. It's pretty damn even. That's actually pretty even indeed. Now, do they want any other goalies? Tokarski. They don't want anyone else. So let's just trade Bobkov for a 4th, because you're not going to get many prospects with potential for that. So let's get a 4th, because you might be able to grab something. So 4th. There you go. They're not going to look a good gift horse in the mouth. Let's go back to our goalies. We're looking now at Brossoit. Does anybody want Brossoit? Zip through here. It doesn't look like anybody wants Brossoit. So let's find somebody who we have great rep with. New Jersey, okay? New Jersey. Now, do they want to get rid of any draft picks? They want to get rid of the 4th. So let's take a look here at the trade value. It's pretty even. Brossoit honestly has a little bit more than that, but we're not going to squeeze 2 picks out of it for that. So I'd say a 4th for Brossoit is a pretty good trade. Will it go through? And it will. So the little bit extra on the end helped get rid of that that difference. And then all goalies. Let's take a look at Makarov. He's the one guy that we had that he's got good potential, but it may be the case of nobody wants him as well. Take a look all around, and it doesn't look like it. Okay, so they don't want anybody. Let's see who else has a good relationship with us. LA's neutral. Poor with Detroit, mostly neutral. Good with Chicago, okay? So Chicago, we might be able to get a 4th for them as well. Yeah, we could probably get won't go through too many goalies. All right, so let's continue. Great with Carolina. They don't have a 4th to get rid of. They only want to get rid of 5ths. I don't really want a 5th. Neutral with Buffalo. Mostly neutral. Neutral, poor, neutral, poor, neutral, neutral. Good rep with Pittsburgh. And they want to get rid of a 4th. Won't go through, though, because of that. Neutral. We may end up having to just trade to somebody who's neutral. And New Jersey. Well, will New Jersey give us another pick? No, I don't want their 5th. We already got their 4th. Let's try this. Yeah, oh, no. Can't do that one. Ottawa. Yes, Ottawa could go. We got a neutral relationship with Ottawa. Let's take a look at this. It's, you know what? Again, Makarov is a little bit better, but this is going to get rid of our goalies so we can sign the guys, which makes us that much better on the depth end here. So let's trade this, and there you go. So we got a ton of now 4th round picks. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4th round picks that we could trade probably 4 of them for a 3rd, and then just be that much better, that much more ahead in the game. All right, so we'll see what happens here. We don't have a 1st for next year either. That's something we're going to have to consider. 2019 1st is missing. I don't know if anybody wants to get rid of that right now, but for now, let's go sign these forwards or these goalies. All right, sign free agents. All right, so I don't know how it works in terms of which ones we'll accept. So what I'm going to do is just as a precaution, we're going to sign the ones we want first. So we want 1, 2, and 3 first. All right, now let's take a look. There's a number of teams interested in Rathjen and Miles. Nobody is interested in Volrath and Cotteret, but that doesn't bother me at all. I'm not concerned about it. I'm going to sign all 3 to maximum amounts. They want 575. I'm going to offer him 950. There you go. 1. All right. 950. 2. He's worth it. And Miles, who's tons of teams are interested, 950. 3. Okay. So there's 3 guys. And then if I offer one to Rathjen as well, that's 4. 950. Boom. All right, so the 3 guys that we wanted in terms of goalies, that'll max us out there. There's a couple players, Johnson and Rundblad, and then they got Namath as well, Patrick Namath. He is 25 years old, 3.5 yellow stars, defensive defenseman, probably would be about an 80, maybe an 81. Big boy though, you know, he's good physically, defensively actually really good too. Is he an RFA or a UFA? No, he's an RFA, so that's not something I want. All right, so Johnson, Rundblad. Now, also, we have $9 million in cap space. We have $9 million. So we could technically take like the best forward. You could take Patrick Sharp if we wanted to. Or we could add somebody like Tyler Johnson as a centerman. But we don't need to add that type of guy. I feel like this year is going to be phenomenally different for us. You got David Rundblad. He's still getting better as an offensive defenseman. I mean, everybody says that David Rundblad was a fantastic pickup for them. $4.2 million. Let's just have a peek, because some people were mentioning David Rundblad in the comments. So let me go to GM options and contracts, and we'll take a look at our defensive situation. I think our defensive situation is very strong right now. I don't see the need to add anybody like that, but you know what? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right now, we got Fane and Stewart as the odd men out. All these guys are young. That's one thing you notice here is we don't have that depth right now. We could add another offensive defenseman. We've got Justin Schultz right now. He's the only one. The rest are all two-ways. We don't have any defensive defensemen. You know what I mean? There's no real defensive defensemen that stand out for me. I mean, there's guys that might get better, like Gernat, two-way. Keith Olley's maxed. But I think that we need to trade away either Fane or Stewart. Fane's defensive category is 4.5 stars. He can move the puck a little bit here. You can see his puck skills aren't the greatest, but he's got good passing. Skating's pretty good. Physical, he's pretty good. And then we look at Stewart, who we picked up in a trade. Or no, we signed Stewart. He's not as good at the puck moving game. Physically about the same, defensively about the same as well. So again, I think the better option there would be Fane. So if we could find a trading partner for Stewart, that might be a good option for us. And then we've got our top 6. We could also add what's his name and end up being pretty good. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go back in here. And I want to look at Mike pairing, because I like to have one good 4.5 star defensively. So Victor Hedman, he's going to be 4.5. Yeah, or he's 5. Victor Hedman is 5 star. So he's great option. He's on the top line. He'll probably play with Clefbaum. He could also play with Marincin. Let's see. Clefbaum is 4.5. So we might split him up depending. Marincin is 4.5. Justin Schultz, he might be 4. He's 4.5. All our defensemen are really strong defensively. And Darnell Nurse, he's 4. So Darnell Nurse is your only lacking. But look at the physical category for Darnell Nurse. 97 body checking. Talk about a bone crusher. And he's going to be on the power play because of his shot. He's a fantastic prospect for the Oilers. I can't think of anywhere else we need. Center, we're good at center, right? Because we got Nugent Hopkins, McDavid, Helm, and Gordon. We've also got Horak. We got Draisaitl. We're going to be playing Draisaitl up because we've got a number of players that can play here. Right wing, here it is. Because we've got Downey, and that's where it stops. So he'll play 4th line, where Draisaitl would play 3rd line. You know what I mean? Yakupov, 85. Eberle, 87. A lot of people want to see me get rid of Jordan Eberle. That's one of the things I've seen. They want somebody more physical. But look at his shooting category, guys. 90 wrist shot accuracy. Now, do we need somebody better? Maybe. But, I mean, yeah, he's been consistent on his points. 63 points, 65 points. Do I need Jordan Eberle to be better? Probably. But right now, I don't think that we want to get rid of Jordan Eberle. I just don't see it. Nail Yakupov, yeah, he's good, but he's a risk because of the 4.5 red stars. He's a risk for us. And he's getting the same number of points as Jordan Eberle. All right? It's tough to say. What's the defensive category like for Eberle? Is he 4 stars? Yeah, he's 4 stars. And I think Yakupov is 3.5. Yeah, 3.5. So he's much worse defensively. And I don't want that kind of a player on the top line. Second line, maybe. First line, absolutely not. Then you got Perron, Hall, Perron, Abdelkader, and Prust. Center. We went through these guys. I mean, like I said, a number of people are asking for a trade for Jordan Eberle. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing that could happen. If, and this is an if, all right? If Connor McDavid, whose faceoffs are 77, ends up being as good or better than Nugent Hopkins, whose faceoffs are 76, what I think we'll do is we'll move Connor McDavid up to the top line, put Nugent Hopkins on the right wing, Then, at that point, we could trade Jordan Eberle for a second-line center. You know what I mean? That way, we've got another centerman in the system that can be, or it could be Leandro Draisaitl even. I think we need to wait until the season starts before we make a move on Jordan Eberle. So, let's make sure that we get these guys first, and then we can take a look at what we could get for Jordan Eberle. So, let's sim a week. I don't think we need to add anybody else. I don't think we need, well, we could add David Rundblad. He's gone anyway, so whatever. It is what it is. All right, we got Felipe Cadaret, we got Justin Miles, we got Jared Rathjen, and we got Coleman Volras. So we got all 4 of those goalies, guys. All 4. All 4. That's unbelievable. Let me go to free agency. Who's the top defenseman here? Dennis Wideman, offensive defenseman. Good skating, not the best shooting for an offensive defenseman, no. So we do need to trade away, I forgot about that. We do need to trade away Stewart. So let's go to trade options, trade negotiations, and let's throw Mark Stewart on there. Let's see. Eberle would give us a really fantastic second-line center. He would, absolutely. Where are you there, buddy? There's Stewart. He's probably not going to get much back. $3.2 million salary cap. Boston would take him. We got a neutral relationship with them. Looks like a lot of people will take him. Calgary, we don't want to trade with Calgary. Chicago's got good rep, and they would take Stewart. We could probably get a third-round pick for Stewart, but that won't go through. Colorado, they don't want to get rid of it. Columbus, a third, won't go through. Detroit, Los Angeles, a third, will go through. We got a neutral relationship. That's a fair trade. Mark Stewart for a third. Because I don't think you're going to get many players that have, you know, Detroit wanted to trade, right? Detroit wanted to dance. What kind of a player, what kind of potential does Amantha have? Like, what's his trade value? Yeah, too high. You'd be looking at a Tomas Yurko. Tomas Yurko, he's an 82 overall sniper. He's just going to crowd things. We don't need that kind of a player. You got Sproul. He's 78 overall offensive defenseman, 4 Red Stars. He's a gamble, but a great shot for Sproul. He could be an option for us. But you know what? I think we're going to make the realistic trade, which would be one of these type of players for a pick. Let's go to Los Angeles. Let's ask for that third. That will give us a better option at making this trade. Yeah, I like that a lot more. I like that a lot more. All right, Mark Stewart for a third. There you go. Perfect. Easy trade for us to make there. It's a given. Let us sim now. Let's sim here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go to GM Tracker. Can we apply anything here on the GM Tracker? Not quite. Not quite. We're very close. Very close there. All right, so we'll sim. I'll sim up to September. We'll go to the 13th. Might as well. There we go. Perfect. Alrighty. So, yeah, this will be an interesting season for us, I think. We've got a ton of players coming up that we're going to be needing big years from. And depending on how good McDavid gets, which happens, I mean, he went to 88 overall in junior. There's the possibility that this guy is going to be a dynamo at the NHL level and be a top-line center for years to come for us. And then you have that option to trade Nugent Hopkins for a winger, you know? And you could trade Nugent Hopkins for a top-line right wing. You could then trade Jordan Eberle for a second-line center and be like an awesome second-line center. Somebody said you want somebody more physical. A big playmaking center would be nice. Logan Couture is one that comes to mind for me. Maybe even a Tyler Seguin. I don't know what kind of trade value those guys have. We can take a look at it. But can you imagine having a lineup of Connor McDavid and Tyler Seguin on the second line? And then the right wing would be somebody better than Jordan Eberle even? Like, holy crap, that'd be crazy. That'd be a huge increase for us. The only thing with the Oilers that I have a hard time dealing is that you got so many good prospects that play their role so well. And Pavel Datsyuk's being shot, but I wouldn't want to move Jordan Eberle for Pavel Datsyuk. That's not an investment in my future. It's an investment in the past. All right, they want 39 wins. They're happy that we chose to stay with Edmonton, but they want 39 wins, which is not difficult. So let's go to GM options. This is the moment of truth. He may have jumped, he may not have, and we may just be doing the 1-2 punch. So, all right. It doesn't look like he's on the main roster, but you got Nugent Hopkins, Hall, Hedman, Eberle. They all look the same overall. Perron is. Marincin is now an 86. He was an 85. Or no, he was always an 86. Yakupov. Schultz is an 85. He's maxed out. Abdelkader's an 83. Downey's an 83 now. I think he was an 80. No, he was an 83 before. Fane, Gordon. Draisaitl jumped to an 81, so he'll be good for the third line, I think. Because what's his faceoffs anyway? 64. Yeah, he's never going to be a centerman for us. He'll be a winger. Dumoulin, he's a 79. Ulrich, 76. And to switch rosters, Connor McDavid, 90 overall, guys. 90 overall. Faceoffs, 78. It went up even higher now. He's going to be our top line center, Connor McDavid. So that's the guy you're going to be seeing in there. Darnell Nurse, 84 overall. Like, holy shit. And his body checking is now 98. Wrist shot power, 99. This guy's a beast, man. His passing, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look at his skating, too. 94 acceleration, 96 speed. The only thing wrong with him is his defensive. He's only 4 stars, but he's young, and he's getting better. Two-way defenseman, Darnell Nurse. What a beast. Doesn't look like anybody else jumped up. Or actually, Braid and Horak. Braid? Yeah, he jumped up, didn't he? He did. Fourth line grinder. Great skating. Good physical play. Defensive is shite, though. 3 stars. It's too bad because his shooting's even really good, too. All right. We have some options here. Let's take a look at goalies. So Volrath jumped up to an 80 overall. The other guys are 79, 79, and 76. So they all jumped up 3, right? Oh, 2, 2, and 3 for Volrath. Goalies, main roster, Gibson's still an 88 overall. He may jump to a 90 at some point, but right now, no. All right, so lots of options for us. Like I said, things played out really well. So let us go to roster moves. Roster moves, that's what we want. No, we might need to back out and save, but save and back out, sorry. Because they're not going to have everybody labeled properly. Let's go by overall. So Connor McDavid needs to be called up, and so does Nurse. Okay, and then sent down, we need to send Ulrich, Dumoulin, and Draisaitl. See, they got him as a depth forward. Let's do best lines for now. I'm going to save, and I'm going to back out, okay? That's what we're going to do, because everybody said that's what's been happening, is it throws off their roles. So we'll go quit, save and exit, save that, and then I'll go right back in here and see if that fixed it. See if he ends up as a third line center or something like that. If not, then you know what, that's something we can look at, is the possibility of making it that Draisaitl plays in the minor system, you know? All right, GM options, roster moves. Let's take a look at Draisaitl. Because I don't want him playing out of his depth. And they got him as a depth forward still. So Leon Draisaitl can play in the minors. Now, who's down here in terms of role? Yeah, see, we can bring up a guy like Connor Braid or Chance Braid or Mitch Moroz. Braid has terrible defense. He's good physically and good skating. Do we want to bring a guy up like that? Do we? 4.5 red star, Chance Braid, maybe. Mitch Moroz, he's a little bit better he's worse defensively, actually. Physical, much better, or a little bit better. Shooting's pretty good too, but those are guys that are gonna hurt you in the long run. So I might need to go take a look at free agency here. So let's have a little peek at free agency. All right, let's go to GM options, free agency. I don't know who's gonna be there. I don't know. Mike Hoffman. 4.5 star defense. That's not bad. He'd be a good 4th line option for us, to be honest. He would be. His physical category sucks, but he's going to be playing the 3rd line. Or he'd end up playing the 4th line, to be honest. We may hold off on this. We'll see. Conroy. Nothing. You know what? Let's go out there. We're going to have to make a trade. So let's do this. Before the year starts, we can make trades. Now, what we need to do is we need to trade away Jordan Eberle. I said that if this would happen, we would do it. So we've got 390 overall players who are going to be playing top line. So Jordan Eberle is a little bit on the outs. I'd like to find a second line centerman for Jordan Eberle instead, because is he considered a second line player? Yeah, because look at Jordan Eberle is considered a second line player, not a first. He never was, I don't think. So Jordan Eberle would possibly be on the outs. So let's throw Jordan Eberle on there. All right, now let's see. Now, Arizona would take him. Now, we were looking for a second-line center. Martin Hansel, 30 years old, 86 overall. You'd be able to get some more back from him, but his 70 faceoffs are not exactly what I'm looking for. We'd be looking for maybe a 5-star defensive player. Boston, we could probably get back a guy like, not Krejci, I don't think. I think the value is a little bit off on that. Yeah, it is. But Krejci would be a good option despite his low faceoffs. Oh, he's got 85 faceoffs, actually, David Krejci. He must have jumped up. That's not bad at all. All right, David Krejci. Let's move along. Buffalo doesn't want him. Calgary, we're rivals. I don't want to consider it. Carolina has a great relationship. Eric Stahl. How about Jordan Stahl? 87 overall. Great faceoffs. This guy has 85 faceoffs. He's 5-star defensively. And puck skills are really good too. The only thing is we end up with a two-way forwards and a sniper. So I'd like to get a big playmaking center. Now, let's go to San Jose. All right, San Jose. Do they want him? Let's see. San Jose. They do. San Jose would take him. If we wanted Logan Couture, 89 overall. He makes $6 million. He's the same. Faceoffs are 82. He's great puck skills. Great defense, Logan Couture. He'd be a good option for us. And he's 6'1", 200 pounds playmaker. That's a big beast of a guy right there. Now, he'd be an overpayment for sure. Like, we'd have to give up quite a bit to get him because the value's off. So, maybe somebody else. St. Louis, they've got a lot of good centers here too. David Backes and Paul Stastny, of course. He's a playmaker, but he makes $7 million a year. That's an overpayment for Stastny, I think, in my opinion. Tampa Bay, they've got Jonathan Drouin, 89 overall. They've got Valtteri Filppula. He's 87 overall playmaker, 80 faceoffs. That's pretty good. Hand-eye is really good too. Yeah, like everybody's really good there. Like all the categories are fantastic. He has the recipes for being a fantastic centering force there. Now, I wonder, what about like Anaheim doesn't want him, but like a Ryan, oh man, Ryan Getzlaf would be amazing. Would be an amazing pickup. Arizona didn't have any. Hold on, let's just zip through here again. Dallas. Let's take a look at Dallas. They didn't want him probably. That's probably. Oh no, we did. They did. Tyler Seguin's 94 overall. Are you kidding me? What happened to him? Unbelievable. He's just fantastic. What kind of? Let's take a look at his attributes. 90 points on the. Sorry, on the point. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. Pilon, no. Florida. They've got Barkov, 90 overall, centerman. Obviously a beast of a forward. 77 faceoffs. It's okay. I'd like to have somebody a little bit better. Howden, Quentin Howden. He's 86 overall center. 3.5 green stars. Terrible faceoffs, though. Nope. Get out of here. Franz Nielsen, 86 overall centerman. 76 faceoffs. Not something I'm looking for, but fantastic puck skills. Good quick player. Great defensively. Brandon Peary. 85 overall, terrible faceoffs. They got a lot of center depth there. Drew Shore, unbelievable. LA, they've got Kopitar. They've got Jeff Carter. Jeff Carter would be nice, hey? Jeff Carter. Sniper, 80 faceoffs. Great shooting. Him and Yakupov together would be dynamite. Him and Yakupov. 5 years left at 5'2". He's a savings. There's also Mike Richards, who I know has fantastic faceoffs. Not the best defensively, though. Not the best defensively. All right. You know what? Let's take a look at Eberle's. It's hard to take a look at his value. He's about the same as David Perron. So let's go take a look at second line players. All right. Trading block. We are looking for a forward. Second line forward. That's good. Yeah, young, 17 to 33. Now we'll find Jordan Eberle on the list. Here he is right here. All right. Here's Jordan Eberle. Now let's look for somebody in his range. Paul Stastny is in his range. So's Ennis. Now, the best second-line forward is Charlie Coyle. 72 faceoffs. Physically, pardon me, a beast. A beast. He might be a nice option for us. Charlie Coyle. 4.5 red yellow stars. You know, he's a mass. I can't believe he's considered a second-line forward. But his shooting is great. His skating is great. His puck control is great. Defense, not bad. Senses are good. Physical, huge. He's unbelievable. He'd be a great option, Charlie Coyle. We'd have to give up more. So if we wanted Charlie Coyle, all right, we wanted Charlie Coyle, who I kind of do now. Add Eberle. All right, so the value is off by a little bit. We know that, just by a little. So we need to give up somebody that they want. Somebody that they want in return, like one of these like depth prospects. Nicholas Waugh. 3.5 yellow stars, 71 overall. Or, you know, we go down here to Bolduc, or even more. These guys look very similar. Bolduc, 3.5 yellow. We got so many 3.5 yellow star players, it's ridiculous. Gordon, Braid, they want players like that. So if you threw a guy on there like Moore, let's say we threw him Moore. All right, we got poor relationship with them too, so we'd have to give up probably Eberle, Moore, and maybe a second-round pick to get Charlie Coyle. That's probably what it would take. And we got a poor relationship, so you guys let me know down in the description below. Who do you think we should pick up? All right, so I should go back to the trading block and just show you. Here we go. So Charlie Coyle, Kessler. There's Kessler too. He's 89 overall. In our range, though, Stahl's in our range. Bozak's in our range. Lindholm is a little bit lower, but he's probably getting, he's 4 yellow or 4 green stars. He's going to get much better. Look at his puck skills, too. He'd be a fantastic playmaker, but not the best defense. Sean Monahan's in our range. 4.5 yellow star, 2-way forward. He's going to get better. Good defensively already. Great puck skills. Hurdle, these are guys that we get more back. Shifley, we go after Shifley. We know he gets awesome. 86 overall. And he's one of the best puck skill guys in the game. Defensively, he's getting better. Forsberg, Zabinajad, 85 overall. Yeah, these guys are ones that we can have, okay? So you guys let me know down in the comments below, who do you think we should grab, okay? So until next time, I'm Target Audience, and I'll catch you guys out on the ice.